So I'm going to talk shit and give spoilers about the module Descent into Avernus. If you do not want to hear me talk shit or give spoilers for the module Descent into Avernus, now is your opportunity to scroll away. So I am in the process of running Descent into Avernus, and I went into this knowing that it was widely considered the worst written module in the entire library of 5e modules, and can confirm. But it took me a minute to figure out why. As I was reading through it, I could tell that it had some very good story beats, and there's some very compelling storytelling sort of happening behind the scenes. But the execution swings wildly from assuming that the storyteller is incredibly stupid and assuming that the storyteller knows exactly what they're doing at all times. Now, there are myriad examples of how this is true, but the two biggest examples that I can think of are including an incredibly robust set of chase rules. So robust, in fact, that Brendan Lee Mulligan used them in the first 2 episodes of Fantasy High Junior Year, but at no point actually including a chase in the narrative. There's a couple of points where chases would make sense to have, but it just sort of assumes that insert chase here. Swinging wildly in the other direction, the entire plot is driven by an NPC who has no memory of their journey through Avernus, and the entire plot is predicated on their memory of journeying through Avernus. So you are beholden to them maybe remembering stuff in and around the events that you deal with during the course of Avernus, which can be an interesting storyline in a novel. But it takes the power completely out of the hands of the PCs. What makes a good module is incredibly subjective. In my estimation, it sort of walks that line between railroading and player agency while still giving the tools that the GM needs to tell the story that is trying to be told. Had to come inside because of rain and skeeters. Anyway, not only does this module not do that, it doesn't do it so hard that it is generally considered the worst module written for Wizards of the Coast, and also is consistently ranked as the hardest to run. That's hardcore bad. All of this is to say that I have rewritten large portions of this module to make it playable. Well, playable and enjoyable, at any rate. And once we're done, I may actually compile my notes and give them away to people such that if they want to play Descent into Avernus, they can, and in a way that doesn't suck.